What does the future look like for you as an artist, and what should we expect?
I'm gonna remain authentic. We're gonna go worldwide with this, across the country, across the seas. We're gonna make a huge change and just remain great. That's really what I'm all about, to be very honest with you. But let's rewind this right back to the beginning. Check this out.
Take me to the very beginning. What was the first song that made you say, I want to do this the rest of my life?
I would have to answer that question with probably King of the Hill. That song was so inspirational to me. It hit in so many different places, and it's gonna be one of those ones that'll last forever, for sure.
Beyond the music itself, what's the core message or feeling that you're trying to get across to anyone who listens to your music?
I would say just to be great, be motivated, go for your goals, your aspirations. Don't really give up. It's really one of those things where you just gotta put your mind to it and just get in the mood and just keep it going.
Walk me through your creative process. Does a beat come first or a lyric? And where do you go to write?
Those are one of those questions where it's either or. I may write some lyrics because it's just what I'm feeling in the moment, and then I might be on YouTube just looking for some beats, because I just want to hear some instrumentals, and then those words will just those lyrics will come together and they'll mix and mash with the beat, and it'll just happen like that. I usually write it on my phone or whatnot.
How does the artist you are today represent who you were as a kid, and what would you tell your younger self?
You got this, chief. I was basically telling you what was meant to happen. I basically have been dang, I basically just been drawing out the picture, the blueprint for you, man, and this was all for you. There's more greatness to await you. That's a really that's a deep question, bro. Them one of them questions I gotta think about. That's a deep question. I like that one.
Where did you grow up, and how did it influence your music?
I'm originally from the East Coast, born in Jersey, raised in Brooklyn. Then I moved over to Chicago, ended up moving in the suburbs. So I got a lot of influence all over the coast, Midwest, East Coast, a little bit of Arkansas influence. So I'm all over the place, man.
How do you walk the line between being inspired by current artists in the industry versus forging your own sound?
Typically, I like listening to the instrumentals, the beats, the producers, not so much the artists, because I feel the artists some of these days don't really have as much meaningful lyrics as they should. So I kind of take my own little methods and I apply them to my own songs.
What's the hardest lesson the music industry has taught you so far?
Basically having a lot of finances. You want to make sure that you got a lot of money, and you stay on top of your dream, your vision. That's really what it is, because you can't get a lot done, without a budget or whatever. So make sure you got that together when trying to join this industry.
What is making it look like for you? Is it a specific goal or a feeling?
It's definitely a feeling. I already made it when I made my first track, when I made my first video and all that stuff. So it's really a concept of how you view yourself in success. I feel successful already.
Is your name a character, or is it the most authentic version of yourself? Where does the persona end and the person begin?
I would say Avo is the most authentic version of myself. It's a voice that someone can listen to and know that it's going to lead them in the right direction and ultimately get the vibe going, to be honest.
If you could collaborate with any artist, living or dead, who would it be and why?
Shout out to the OG Michael Jackson, man. I would definitely like to make a song with him, simply just because his era of music was so inspirational and great that I feel we're never going to get those type of moments back.
When people hear your name in 20 years, what do you want to be the first thing that comes to their mind?
Pretty much authenticity, originality, just pretty much a great vibe. I bring that to the table, man. I'm gonna keep that same script to the day I die.